everyone. I hope you had a fine holiday. Welcome back to another episode. Here we are. We're almost done with the year. Here comes 2022. Boy, oh boy, what a treat. What a treat. Speaking of treats, look at this good boy. This is the dog that I've been watching for the past, week and a half? 10 days maybe? Yeah, just about 10 days. His name is Benno, but we're not supposed to change his name, but I'm trying to adopt him, so we changed his name to Benjamin. It's close enough to Benno. We've been calling him Beans, Beanie, Ben, Benny. I call him Stinkus Schminkus, Stinky Binky. What else do I call him? I call him a lot of things. I call him that bitch. Hi, that bitch. Are you that bitch? Yes, you are. If you're listening to the audio, I sound like maybe early onset schizophrenia has occurred. But no. I'm talking to this little doggy that I got. Hopefully. We'll see. I'm going to be so sad if they don't let me adopt him. But he's so cute. He has rotten teeth. He got his balls taken out. And he's been trying to itch him so bad. I just took his cone off because now I'm watching him. And, yeah, we'll see if I get to keep this dog. If not, I have to give him back on the 29th, which frickin' will suck. I'm gonna be a mess if I don't get to keep him. But, yeah. I guess we'll get into it. 2021 is about to be over. What are the highlights of 2021? Are there any? I got a boyfriend. That was 2020. Yeah. Yeah. I bought a boyfriend in 2020. He's lightly used. Good condition. 6'4". 2021, I'm trying to think. I don't remember. Well, I guess a lot of cool stuff has happened. Nothing I can think of, though. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like when cool things happen, I compartmentalize everything. Like, it just goes to a certain part of my brain, and I don't, I don't have one of those brains that's like, these are all the top 10. I don't have, like, a Watch Mojo brain where I'm like, top 10 coolest things of Allie's year. Let's get into it. I should have maybe written down a list of some highlights. Maybe some lowlights, too. That would have been fun. But, yeah, I moved into my new apartment. That was pretty cool. I fostered this doggy who's so handsome. Yeah, anyway. I'll get into it. Today's gonna probably be a short episode. I feel like it's one of those end of the year, things are slowing down. I've been a sleepy gal. My boyfriend had COVID. I somehow didn't. I got that dirty blood, that dirty road comic blood. I didn't get it. Or at least I just didn't test positive. I took a test like 5 times and got nothing. Nothing came back negative across the board. I'm strong. I'm strong and mighty. But yeah, my parents, they still wanted us over, even though my boyfriend had COVID. They were like, we don't give a F, wear a mask, stay away, but be there. So we did that, and so far everyone's good. No COVID symptoms so far. But I know that this year got, a lot of people, a lot of weird things going on. Yeah. I have a Patreon exclusive on this episode. I got a lot of dirty secrets that I'll air out on Patreon. So if you're interested in hearing my secrets, you can go to patreon.com/AllieMakovsky. And if you become a member, you can get all the gossip, all the drama, all the tea. And if you're not, well then enjoy this public free episode. Okay, so I asked a question because I think this will just help get into the topics. I asked on my Instagram if anyone had any highlights, any good or bad Christmas stories. And so I'll read through those. So my buddy Brian, he's on the Patreon. Brian frickin' rocks. He's an OG Patreon head. Brian was telling me that his grandma blacked out on Christmas. Blacked out. His grandma blacked out, passed out in the car. I got to go to the DMs to read the full story. So he said his grandma got drunk and passed out in the car on Christmas Day. So obviously I was like, how old is your grandma? Because I'm just trying to picture like a gray-haired lady, just frail, just lit out of her mind. He didn't say how old she was. What a true bummer. Oh, she's 80. His grandma's 80 and has purely gray hair. She's iconic in the family. Yeah. That's also the thing about the holidays. It brings out truly the worst in people. It's a stressful time. And here's the thing that I realized, I think a while ago, but also this year, is like, sure, Christmas is special and, we make it this big holiday and whatever, yada, yada. But I also think it creates so much stress and, brings out this weird emotional response to it that it's like, if you don't want to do Christmas with your family, don't do it. Sure, it'll bum them out, but like, if you do it in a polite way where you're like, hey, I think I'm going to do something different this year, like me and my boyfriend or girlfriend or family, or like, or just you on your own. Like, oh, I'm going to do, a Christmas alone this year, but I'll send you like a gift or something where it's not like, you guys are all fucking crazy, I hate you, like, I'm doing my own thing, you psycho, losers. I think there's a nice way where you can, obviously they're still going to be mad. Not obviously, maybe they won't be. Maybe they'll be like, finally, they're not going to freaking come to Christmas. They might be relieved that you're not going to be there. But I know for me, if I were to do that to my family, my parents would probably be pretty bummed. But like, if I felt like it was better for my sanity not to do Christmas with them, I'd be like, hey guys, I think I'm just going to do a chill Christmas, either at home or maybe like, oh, me and my boyfriend are going to do like a road trip or, whatever it is. Like, I love you guys so much. I'll be sending, you guys should be getting a gift in the mail from me. Or like, something thoughtful and sweet to kind of lessen the blow. But I just realized going through these, like, I've had pretty solid Christmases in the past. Like, I would never want to miss a Christmas because I do get spoiled because I throw a fit if I don't. So I wouldn't personally miss a Christmas, but I can see how, challenging it is for people. So, maybe next year get yourself the gift of not being with family if it, makes you go loco crazy. And just side note, speaking of the holidays, New Year's is coming up. It's a few days away. And I know a lot of people get litty on New Year's. It's kind of an excuse to get blacked out and get fucked up and whatever. However, there's a lot of fentanyl going around. So just be careful. There's plenty of opportunities to do drugs, But if you do a lot of drugs on New Year's and you end up, getting a little dose of fentanyl, you're going to die. And then you won't have opportunities to do drugs in the future. So, save the drugs on New Year's. Try them out later on in the year when it's more safe. And, get loose and fun. It's kind of overrated to get fucked up on New Year's. It's like, okay, everyone's doing it. Do it on like, February 18th. That's a random day. Just pick a random day to get fucked up. You don't need and then you have to wake up hungover and fucked up the first day of the new year. That's not a good way to start it off. So, yeah. That's my advice. And if you have enough money to buy testing strips for your drugs, I guess they're expensive. But if you do really want to do drugs, do a testing. If you're going to spend the money on drugs, spend the money on making sure there's no goddamn fentanyl in that shit. Because that'll just be a real big bummer. So anyway, sorry, I feel like this episode is depressing so far. But honestly, the end of the year, it's a hard time. I feel pretty fine. I'm a little bit out of it today, to be fair. But I feel fine. I'm not, like, sad out of it. I'm just kind of, like, out of it. It's also finally getting, like, rainy and gloomy in LA. So I think, like, the rainy weather just makes me want to hibernate and watch movies. But I got okay. I'll start with my Christmas. And then I'll get in. Well, should I start with my Christmas or other people's? I'll start with mine. So, you guys know we were doing a white elephant gift exchange this year. That was the talk of the town. Everyone was talking about how Allie and her family were doing the white elephant gift exchange. And we did. And I got a new idea because I was telling my friend Gabby about it. I was with her and her side of the family on Christmas Eve. It was kind of a last-minute decision. But I went over to her family's place. They were doing, like, a small little dinner. And also, I feel like COVID shaming at this point is so just, like, useless. Remember, like, last year when everyone had to, like, secretly be like, everyone got tested? People are still doing that, and it's like, let's all just give up on the shaming and the trying to put up a front of what we were doing. I think everyone's just over it. Everyone at this point, we've had a year and a half to figure out how we want to deal with it. No one's really going to change unless they have a personal, experience of needing something to change with however they're living. So, I don't know. I just keep saying, like, we were all tested. It's like, it's almost 2022. No one gives a fuck anymore. If you still do, it's like, worry about yourself. So I went to this giant gathering. Everyone was spitting on each other. We were eating with our bare hands and feeding each other. Everyone had to test positive in order to go to the gathering. And so I went to this, like, Christmas Eve party, which was nice because it didn't, like, I on the last episode, I was saying, like, it didn't feel like Christmas at all for me. I don't know if it was the weather. I don't know if it was, like, emotionally or, like, so I couldn't figure out why it didn't feel like Christmas this year. So I was stoked that, I knew someone who was doing, like, a Christmas Eve party. I was like, that'll get me more in the spirit. I got to hold the baby. Oh, which made me so happy. I love holding babies. I just want to hold the baby every single day. I want an emotional support baby. Get me pregnant, babe, and then we'll just give it up for adoption after, like, 7 months. Or no, I feel like a year. A year is solid. After that, it starts to become a lot of work. But yeah, maybe I'll have a baby for a year. I can foster one like you, Beans. Beans is pretty happy with us. So I got to go to this Christmas Eve party, and I got to hold a baby. I got to eat good food, some good meats, some potatoes, and so my friend Gabby, she was telling me that when her family or someone that she knows does white elephant gift exchanges, along with their present, everyone also brings $10 cash. And at the end of the gift exchange, they vote for who bought the best gift. Whoever brought the best gift to the white elephant gift exchange gets all of the money. So, like, with me and my family, how many of us were gift exchanging? Brittany, Courtney, Josh, Colin, my dad, me. It's like 7 people. Was it 7? Yeah. So 7 of us. If we all then you get $70 if you bring the best gift. I would not have won the $70 this year. I still think my gift was great, but I definitely would not have gotten the $70. So next year, I think we'll have a money incentive. That way everyone's bringing top-notch gifts. But I still think there were some good ones that were, brought to the table. My family's also terrible at secrets, unless it's personal, emotional baggage secrets, then they're pretty tight-lipped about those. But when it comes to gift giving, none of us love a surprise. That could be from the way we were raised, Too many surprises in our life growing up. And so now we're like, just give me, tell me what it is. I can't deal with more surprises. So what we did this year was this was my gift. And remember our budget was around $50, give or take a little bit, but that was the gift, items that we were bringing, $50 gifts. My boyfriend, he bought a fondue maker, little fondue machine. You do some cheeses, some oils, some chocolates. And Larry got that one, which is, I think that's the only person that would be, really utilized by is Larry. So Larry got fondues from my boyfriend. My sister, my oldest sister, I honestly think hers was the weakest. I'm not going to lie. I think because my oldest sister, she's normally the overachiever. She's normally going over budget, trying to be the best, trying to get everyone to love her and be the most, helpful and useful and all of that. She got a freaking Fujifilm Polaroid Urban Outfitters camera along with some film. And I'm like, okay, 2012 called. Biatch. But it's true. It's like, do you think Larry's gonna be dying to get that, film camera? No. But I think she also got it for personal reasons because, this is another bit of juicy gossip. I'll tell you guys after why. Will you remind me about their trip? Because I think my sister got the camera for selfish reasons. And I'll tell you why after I give a rundown of all the gifts. So my oldest sister bought a Fujifilm Polaroid camera, like Instax or whatever, from Urban Outfitters. Her husband he brought, what was it? Oh, his gift was a neck massager, right? Yeah. And what else? It was a neck massager and a blanket. The blanket was kind of an inside joke because every year my mom gets blankets and everyone's like, we have enough blankets. We don't need any more blankets. But it was the neck massager. Oh, and the foot peels. It's like a wrap that you put on your foot and then your entire foot just peels off. And who ended up getting that gift? Courtney? Colin got that one. And then my middle sister, Courtney, she bought an Amazon Echo Dot. That was a good gift. And then she had leftover money because I guess the Echo Dot is cheaper than $50. So then the leftover money to get to $50 was an Amazon gift card. I stole that because I don't have a smart house at all. So I was like, I want the FBI to listen to me. I want someone to listen. Maybe I could get a new listener to the podcast. Maybe the conversations in the house are so riveting, they say, let's go check out her YouTube. Let's subscribe. I'll take all the listeners I can get, including in my home. I don't care. I don't have any secrets. Snowden, let me be listened to. So I got that. Her husband, Colin, he brought a good gift. His gift he brought was a really fancy, like waffle material robe from Parachute, which I think went over budget. I want to look it up and see, because I did want to buy it after I saw it. It looked so cozy. Parachute waffle robe. Okay. Waffle robe, Parachute. Oh, yeah, he went over budget. It's $120. Look at that little show off. I kind of want to get myself one, though, because it seems so cozy. Oh, I loved it. I was trying to get it, but it got stolen twice, so I couldn't get it. But man, if you want to get someone a fancy gift or yourself, get the Parachute waffle robe. I was bummed I didn't get it, but I got a good gift. What did my dad... Oh, yeah. So my dad, he bought a Ninja blender. And I have a NutriBullet. But I was like, I want to be juicing. I want to do some heavy-duty shit in the kitchen with some kale and some spinach and some coconut water and some berries. So my boyfriend got me the Ninja blender. He stole it for me, which was very sweet of him. So now I have a NutriBullet and a Ninja blender. But I think I need to put my NutriBullet on Facebook Marketplace or something. Because it just seems aggressive to have two different types of blenders. And the Ninja blender seems to have both functions. It has one of those little cup blendy things, and it also has like a actual blender. So, I don't know. It's also so big, and my kitchen is pretty small. It really takes up a lot of counter space. But yeah, so my dad brought that. My boyfriend got that for me. And I got the Echo Dot from my sister. And then my gift that I got that I thought was genius, but no one even opened it at first. It was like the last gift opened. No one stole it, right? They were just like, fine, I guess I have it. It was a small gift, yeah. So I got the Casper Glow Nightlight. It's like a little plug-in from Casper, and you plug it into your wall, and there's two options. One of them, it's like a nightlight that's on anytime it's dark. It just stays on, and it's like a really soft glow, like you don't even notice it. And one of the options is motion sensor, so when you walk by, it lights up even more. And then the other option, you can toss it. Hide, hide, hide. Oh wait, you've already been on my Instagram. Your public knowledge. And then the other option is just the soft glow, no motion sensor, no brightening up. And I thought that was a great gift because my room gets so dark at night, and there's only the light by the door, the switch. So then, one of us has to like turn on a phone camera. So this nightlight is really cute. My sister ended up not wanting to take it, so now I got my own gift. I got the bullet, or the blender, and I got the Echo, the Amazon Echo Dot. So we made out. We made out like bandits. And then we did Christmas. Me and the boyfriend did Christmas together. And this was the annoying thing about your mom and brother. Can I share about it?
Yeah, they don't listen.
So tell me if I'm being dramatic or if it's like not a big deal. I don't think it's a big deal, but I was just kind of like, come on. So obviously my boyfriend got COVID. But before he got COVID, we had planned, me and him, to go over to my mom's house because my mom wanted everyone over. We were going to go on Christmas Eve, spend the night, do gifts in the morning, have the Jewish breakfast, bagels, locked, the whole spread, the whole schmear. And then later that night, do dinner, whatever. And so we had known about this for months. This is what we do pretty much every year. And then all of a sudden, his brother told his mom, like, oh, why does my brother always get to spend the holidays with Allie? And we invited his mom and his brother over to my mom's house for dinner because they're Jewish. They don't really do anything. So, instead of staying at home, they could come over and celebrate with us. But then his brother was like, why does he always spend holidays with them? Like, we don't do anything. And I'm like, yeah, that's fair. Like, when my sisters first started being serious with their boyfriends, I felt like I was losing them. And I'm like, why do they get to do those things? Like, they don't even spend the night on Christmas Eve anymore. So I get it. Being the younger sibling, I totally understand. But it was so last minute that they were like, oh, we're all going to do dinner together. We're not going to. Yeah. So my boyfriend wasn't going to be at Christmas dinner. He was going to be with his family. Anyway, he ends up testing positive for COVID, so those plans fall through. But then his brother and his mom still were going to get together for Christmas because, they don't have COVID. Only my boyfriend does. But I'm looking at my boyfriend's brother's Instagram story, and he's hanging out with his buddies. They're doing big dinners right before Christmas. They have like mariachi bands over at their Christmas dinner gathering. And, I don't care if you're going to do, I don't care if you're seeing people, if you're hanging out, if you're getting sick, whatever. But you're most likely going to get COVID. Everyone's getting it right now. It seems like, it's spreading pretty quickly. So I'm like, why would you sacrifice? Like, you're most likely going to get COVID, but you're still going to hang out with your mom, and your brother's not allowed to go because this is what my brain was telling me. It's safer, in my head, It's safer to have my boyfriend go over and spend Christmas with them because they all know he has COVID. So they're acting more carefully knowing that he's sick. So everyone would wear a mask. They'd sit further apart from each other. Maybe they'd do an outside, thing. But he wasn't there. And so they're just, making out, his brother and mom, just watching movies, gangbanging each other. Because they both are like, well, we don't have COVID yet. He doesn't have COVID. Yeah, but he just started feeling symptoms.
No, he just has sore throat.
I only had a sore throat. You only had a sore throat at first. Okay, well, we'll see. It takes 3 days. Tell him to test in 3 days. So his brother didn't test positive for COVID, but my boyfriend didn't test positive for COVID until after 3 days of symptoms. So anyway, my point was, I didn't really have a point. I just needed something to be a little bit feisty about. But I got to give my boyfriend's mom her gifts because she dropped off food that night. And I got to give her gifts. I got her, she has really beautiful, thick, curly hair. So I got her Way hair products. Shout out to Way. Allie Mac, 100% off. I forget what the code is and what the...
I think it's not
I just think it's Allie Mac, ALIMAC. I think 20? It's either 20 or 15%. It's 1,000,000%. You actually they send you money if you use my code buying their stuff. But yeah, I already told you guys I tried to use my own discount code and it didn't let me put in the code before, and then I paid over $100 for the freaking hair products. Someone was like, that's illegal because you're making money. And it's actually not, because I'll give you a little inside scoop on how ads work for podcasts. I don't get any money when you use my promo code. It's not like, oh, one person in Idaho used the code. Let's give Allie $15 for that sale. They just give me a flat rate. I'm sure it works differently for other people, but for me and my cute little humble following, they're just like, hypothetically, say a number, Mo. 200. He says 200. Hey, we'll give you $200 to do 2 ad reads, product placements on your podcast. And that's it. You just get a flat rate. Doesn't matter how many people buy it. Obviously, it looks better if you guys do use it.
If they do use it, you get to...
Yeah, then I get to renew. So then they're like, oh, a lot of people used your promo code, so now we'll do 3 more ads, and now you'll get $300. But if it doesn't do well, then that's it. That's it. So yeah, it's not like I don't make any money when I'm using my own promo codes. Just makes me look like a little badass biatch. So yeah, the White Elephant gift exchange went pretty well. It was a little bit tense, the circumstances, but I'll get into that on Patreon. The bagels were so good. The bagels were great. The food was great. The dog got to meet my dad and my mom's dogs. And yeah, that was kind of my Christmas. But now, after this Christmas that I've had this year, I get, I understand. I'll talk about it on Patreon. But yeah, now you know. If you didn't have a good Christmas next year, just, make your own plans. Be a girl boss, even if you're a boy. So let's read what other people said about their holidays. This lady said, I broke up with my boyfriend on Christmas, so I didn't have to get him a gift. I hope that you also just didn't like him. Because if your thing was just not wanting to give him a gift, it's pretty fucked up. I love giving a gift. I got my boyfriend a Dickies t-shirt that has a little pocket on the front because he doesn't have a lot of nice casual clothing, basic, whatever. So I got him a nice little Dickies shirt. I got him some sexy little Calvin Klein boxer briefs. Is that what they are? Boxer briefs? Yeah, because he has some nasty ass underwear. So I got him the nice Calvin Kleins, looking like a little Justin Bieber billboard. Then I got him a belt because both of his belts were falling apart. It's reversible. One side's brown, one side's black. And then I got both of us these at-home food sensitivity tests that have yet to come in the mail. But I'm very excited about that. And then there was one other thing. I think there was one other thing. But I'm still waiting for it. There's something else. But I don't remember what it was. We'll find out soon. Christmas never ends, babe. The gifts just keep coming. And then my boyfriend got me... He's going to help me fix up my house, get new curtains, get new things, spruce it up, do a little redesign. Pottery Barn gift card for a good chunk of change. And then a hand-me-down from his family, which felt a bit heavy, felt like a lot of pressure. But I got a nice house item. There was a hand-me-down from his nana. His nana. What? She's dead. Yeah. She is dead. So there's like a family heirloom, which means it's pretty much like a promise ring. It's a little butter dish. The butter dish that's a promise ring. Yeah, it's on your mom's side. Oh, and yeah, if we do break up, I have to give it back, obviously. I asked that. I was like, did your mom say that if we break up, she needs it back? Because that 100% makes sense. And the candles. We got a candle making kit. We made some candles. So yeah, pretty solid Christmas. So yeah, if you broke up with your boyfriend on Christmas so you didn't have to get him a gift, like, guys are the easiest to get gifts for because they never buy, unless they're like balling out, they never buy things for themselves, or they don't know what to buy. They buy like the shitty version of something they need. So as a lady in your man's life, you can get him like a nice little cologne. You can get him brand new boxers and socks, like the basics. So I hope that you guys were having issues. And it wasn't just because you didn't want to get him a gift. Because that's like one Target trip and you're good. This person said they ran to their girlfriend's parents' house on Christmas morning, 9 miles. First of all, I don't know why you're running. Do you not have a car? Is there no public transportation? Can you not take an Uber or like a taxi? They ran 9 miles to their girlfriend's parents' house. And then you're showing up to your girlfriend's parents' house all sweaty? That sounds terrible. And then they had to shit in a bush. I don't feel bad for you at all. That seems like a mistake on your end. All of those things sound like it was your fault. This person said, my uncle, drunk, confessing he thinks the whole fam is beautiful except for his wife. Ouch. That's gotta be awkward. Because not only is he calling his wife ugly, but he's saying like he'd be more down for incest than to be with his wife. I feel like I'd be uncomfortable as a family member. Your uncle's just showing up like, what's up? You guys are all hot except for this bitch right here. This person said, my family claims they love me, but one of them gave me COVID. I wish I was adopted. That seems a bit dramatic. That's also the thing. You know the risk going into it if you're seeing people right now. I wouldn't blame the family. I'd blame yourself, you little bitch. Be a man. Get COVID. Be strong. Live through it. If you die... I mean, some people have died from COVID, so I don't want to make light of that, but I don't think... if you were adopted, you could still get... I don't think there's any science behind you being adopted and not getting COVID and you being with your family and getting it. So maybe just take another look at yourself. This person said, my dad invited a friend over for Christmas Day. He arrived drunk, fell asleep on the sofa, and shit himself. Been there, buddy. Not me, my boyfriend says he has. Yeah, it's always weird when there's like a stranger in the house because Christmas feels like such an intimate holiday. It's nice to be able to bring someone in, if they don't have family or, whatever it is. But yeah, especially when they're drunk, because when it's your own family, you kind of know how to deal with it. It still is, not the best situation, but a stranger drunk, you just want to kick them out because you're like, I don't even know what your like drunk schedule is. Do I need to put you down? Do I need to call the cops? Yeah, that's rough. Sister got me Nivea shower kit, donating it because they animal test. Also, why get those? Yeah, I mean, good for you for caring about that. That's good. I didn't know that. But it's already been purchased, you know? So if it's useful to you, if you need showering supplies, like, you know, the dog's not going to be magically healed because you donated it. Someone else is just going to use it. And honestly, now you're giving free promo for Nivea when you're donating it, because now everyone's going to see Nivea and go, oh, that reminds me, next time I go to the store, it'll be fresh in their brains. But yeah, that is yeah, I don't know. How do you find out if they're tested or not on animals when you're shopping in the store? And also, yeah, that is a pretty shitty gift. Like, just a soap. It's not even like, Nivea's not even like a fancy one. I hate when people do half-assed gifts. I'd rather get nothing and just have you there than something that now I have to either like use or, like you said, donate or now I have to do work to get rid of this item. Yeah, like get a nice shower kit if you're gonna get a shower kit. But also, shame on you, Nivea, for testing on animals. You know what? I had the thought the other day, and I feel like this could be a good joke. I just don't think I have the delivery for it. But I was giving this dirty little foster dog a bath the other day, and we put on animal shampoo, and I'm like, do these guys test on animals? Since it's for animals? You know, that's the kind of scenario where you would hope that they're testing on animals. That's a solid joke. Write it down, babe. Write it down. This guy said, girlfriend and I saw Uncut Gems Christmas Day, and she barfed and came back to finish the movie. Now, that's a good response. I mean, that movie's stressful, so I could imagine barfing just from anxiety. Also, this must have been a few Christmases ago, unless they're reviving Uncut Gems in theaters. This person said, Christmas 94. Wow, so this is a big throwback. I wasn't even born yet. Got a Super Nintendo. My brother hogged it and gave me the finger, so I took a shit in his shoe. There's a lot of shitting related problems with Christmas. No one's talking about the Christmas shits, whether you're drunk or angry or running 9 miles to your girlfriend's parents' house. I mean, that seems like an appropriate response. I imagine you were much younger. I would love to take a shit in someone's shoe as revenge. That seems like a good idea. And good for you. Stand up for your Nintendo. Fuck your brother. He sounds like a little bitch. Almost died of a heart arrhythmia at 31 and got COVID while in the ER. Woo! Yeah, woof. If you thought you had a bad Christmas, try being 31. No, I'm just kidding. A heart arrhythmia. What is that? Will you look it up? Because, you know, I know of heart, you know, sometimes I think my heart beats inconsistently. Sometimes it'll, like, go really slow or sometimes it'll go fast, which I think is, like, is that arrhythmia or is that a murmur?
Improper beating of the heart, whether irregular, too fast, or too
slow. I didn't know that you could die from that.
Sure, too much blood, lack of blood.
Oh, too much blood or lack of blood? Yeah, that makes sense.
You probably get a heart attack.
Well, heart attack almost. And got COVID while in the ER. Hey, I mean, at least you were in the hospital, right? I mean, that sucks that you got COVID from the hospital, but that also seems like a pretty chill place to recover if you have good health insurance. Damn, this person said, got held at gunpoint for the $20 bill in my wallet while walking home on Christmas. That's scary as fuck. But then, you know, silver lining is you suddenly become very grateful that you weren't killed, right? You know, that happens and you're scared shitless and it probably causes a lot of, you know, fear and anxiety. But at the same time, you're like, man, I've been robbed at gunpoint and I'm still standing. And you only had $20, so you didn't really lose too much. You didn't lose your life. You didn't lose a 20. You know, gives you that's a positive spin. You can positive spin that. This person said, I wasn't invited this year to a small family party because I'm not vaccinated. Are you sure it's because you're not vaccinated, or maybe you're just kind of like the one person that nobody wants? You could be that weird cousin who everyone's like, ugh, are they gonna be there? And secretly, other people in your family are unvaxxed. They're just a lot cooler than you, and they're like, we'll deal with it. But let's tell him that he's not coming because he's not vaxxed. But yeah, that sucks. I guess, either get vaxxed to be with your family if that's what they want, or just, jack off alone on Christmas with that unvaccinated sperm. Yeah, thank you. My 3 siblings planned a cabin vacation and didn't tell me. This is one of those similar situations. Do you think maybe you're a problem? Is there anything you're doing that would make them not want to invite you, or are they just petty hoes? That is pretty fucked up. Like I was gonna say this later, but this works perfectly. The day after Christmas, both of my sisters went on this bougie ass fucking yacht. They're there right now. They're in where? The Virgin Islands? Yeah. Flew out private to the Virgin Islands. They're on a yacht for like how many days? 10? Yeah. Yeah. They're gone for 10 days on a yacht with their own personal little cabins. There's a little chef, and they're in the Virgin Islands, just, doing fun things. Guess who didn't get the invite? Me. And I know 100% there's nothing wrong with me. I'm perfect. And it's interesting because, when I first found out, I was bummed. Just because I found out, like, way later. Like, they had known about this for a while, so it felt like they were keeping it a secret from me. But at the same time, I'm also glad I didn't... I would have gone in a heartbeat. But I also think maybe this one isn't my vibe. I'd love to go on a yacht. But I think under different circumstances. This doesn't feel like the most fitting vacation for me. I feel like I'd feel like the odd man out, because I don't drink, and that doesn't really affect anything I do. I just think that, a New Year's yacht vacation is probably going to be pretty boozy. So there'd be a point in the night where I would just kind of, fall asleep or whatever, just not be that interested in whatever they were doing. But hey, sister, next time you're doing the yacht private jet getaway, feel free to invite me. I'll clear my schedule, can be cleared. So yeah, so I feel you. A cabin's cute. That's a cute thing. That sucks they didn't go. You should do something really sick without them. But maybe if you suck, they're going to be like, oh, cool, he's doing that thing that we don't want to do. Damn. This person said 1 year we had a baby spider infestation in the tree. They made a bridge web across the living room to our ceiling light. My dad and I vacuumed the tree and dragged it outside, lights and all, and just left it in the yard. A weird Christmas. Yeah, that's disgusting. I hate spiders. This person said my 6'7", 275-pound brother tried to fight me in front of my wife and daughters. And you know what's fucked up about that? He seems like a terrible guy, but because he's 6'7", I bet these hoes out here are going wild for this man. 6'7"? 275, is that proportionate with the height, or is he a thick boy? Damn. I want to see photos of your brother now. Just out of curiosity. I want to see if he has any photos of his brother on his Instagram. I can't find it. Yeah, that's pretty embarrassing. If you're gonna be a drunk who gets aggressive on Christmas, just don't go. Stay, do whatever you want. Don't, be around your family and try and fight them. That's so embarrassing. Oh. This person said, best Christmas. I won presents giving and made my family tear up with joy during Christmas. How wholesome. I work on Christmas Eve at Albertsons. Some random guy shit his pants and trailed the poop in the store. See, a lot of shitting going on at this time of year. So this person said tied. Broke up with ex. We spent all Christmas Eve with her family. boring whites with drinking problems. Next day, she tries to get me to leave my awesome family after 1 hour. Dropped her off and went back. Yeah, that sucks. Sounds like she wasn't a down-ass bitch. I keep saying bitch in this episode. Yeah, we have a male dog, so. Christmas at Uncle's, panties found on the ground. Uncle sniffs them, thinking it's his wife's. They were grandma's. That doesn't... Okay. My sister revealed she's dropping the restraining order she had on her stalker psycho ex. My uncle and cousin got in a fist fight at Christmas dinner 2018. Jesus Christ. Mother-in-law accidentally wrapped an empty box for me. I thought she was trying to tell me something. That's pretty funny. Ooh, my best friend's 8-year-old sister got cat pajamas and swallowed his 10 pet fish. What? My girlfriend's mom keeps trying to pull me aside to tell me I can use her ring to propose. Was opening a box with a small knife and ended up severing my tendon. I asked out a girl for a coffee, and I got to meet her only to see her with another guy. Damn. Damn. Seems like everyone had a fairly weird Christmas. Okay, I guess I'll get into my Patreon Christmas story. So if you're not Patreon, I'll talk to you in a second. Welcome back, everyone. I think, that's the nice thing, is when things go wrong for Christmas or, there's something that, bad happened, whatever. It just makes you so much more appreciative of the good things. Like, this year I always am, but I was so grateful to have my sisters and my boyfriend and, like, so many people who, show up for each other and, there's so much love. There's so much love. But it's, like, nice, it just makes you appreciate the things that you have and are there for you. So, yeah. And for New Year's, we're gonna go, I'm gonna be in Huntington Beach. And, I'm gonna be house sitting / dog sitting in Huntington. So I'm gonna be laying low for New Year's. I don't think I'm gonna do anything exciting. But we'll probably just, like, ride bikes, go to the beach, have so much crazy sex. Just on the countertops in the kitchen in the backyard. But it'll be nice just to get away. And this is new. I'm going to be in Denver in January. I know a lot of you have been asking for me to come to Colorado, go to Denver, and I'll be at the Comedy Works in there, January, I think, I want to say 19th or 20th through the 22nd, something like that. So go to alliemakofsky.com/shows. I don't even know if I have that one up yet. I got to put it in. I don't know if I'm going to bring my ding dong. I mean, it depends on if they let us adopt him. There's so much drama I can't talk about it, but there's so much drama going on with this foundation I'm using. I'm not going to talk about it. I'm not going to say it. But there's a lot of online drama. I'll get into it. If the adoption papers go through, I'll get into it. But I'm trying to be on their good side. But, yeah, I really want this dog. So either next week I'm going to be devastated because I had to give him up. Or I'm going to be really happy because I get to keep my little doggy. He's so handsome. But he has rotten teeth. I'm worried about his teeth. Oh, he's so cute. Now I get why people are so... I've never had my own dog. And he's such a good boy. I get why people are, like, psycho with their dogs, like, bringing them everywhere. Because I just want to spend all my time with him. I'm going to be one of those crazy people. I'm going to have, like, a dog carrier, like a baby. Ugh, I spoil him already. He's not even mine. I want to get him groomed. Oh, there's so many things I want to do with this little guy. Anyway, I hope you guys have a nice New Year's. I'm going to make a vision board I'm gonna be on my white girl magic voodoo bullshit. I'm making a vision board this year. I'm writing a list of goals, things that I want to keep for the new year, things that I want to leave behind for the new year. So maybe next week I'll share those with you. And that's it. Be nice to yourself. Chill. I'll see you next week. And I want to get merch made soon. I want cozy merch for my listeners. Because I was just thinking it'd be so nice to have a little Rest and Be hoodie on right now. Cozy little crew neck. I gotta work on that. Okay, I love you guys. Bye. Mwah.